How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, you can see the title here. I'm sorry. Dylann Roof's mother suffers heart attack during trial. So anyway, I have an article in here for the royal family to read on News One about what went down in the courtroom with Dylann Roof's mother. And I'll read this little part, and then I have a video to play for the royal family. Ruth's mother collapsed and said, "I'm sorry," several times on Wednesday as family members and court security came to help her during the opening of her son's federal death penalty trial. Ruth's attorney mentioned the heart attack in the court documents, asking for a mistrial, saying a survivor testimony was so emotional that spectators and even court personnel, including members of the prosecution and defense, were crying with her. The documents didn't give the mother current condition. Okay, so we're supposed to feel sympathy for this. Sad that the woman had a heart attack, but now they want to take that situation and declare it a mistrial and cry because she is in disbelief how rotten her son is. These people are I don't get it. I don't get it. They when it comes to their situation, then all of a sudden we're supposed to feel empathy for this piece of shit ass white boy. You see how these people get down? I want y'all to really read that. I'm not going to read all this shit because it's just going to piss me off. It's just going to further piss me off. See, they didn't put that in this little video that I'm getting ready to play for the royal family. Again, I'm going to read this one part here again. Ruth's attorney mentioned the heart attack in the court documents, asking for a mistrial. If it's too much stress on his mama, she don't need to be in there. They trying to find any way to let this boy walk. And he has already admitted that he did it and why he did it. So, anyway, I'll put that in the description box. It ain't a whole lot to read. I like to get to the video. Dirty ass dog. So here we go.
Trial for Dylann Roof accused of killing 9 African Americans inside a historic South Carolina church. The suspect's mother having a heart attack in the courtroom as prosecutors laid out their case. Jonathan Seri is on that trial live in Charleston with more. And what happened, Jonathan?
Hi, Bill. Well, Dylann Roof's mother had planned on attending that trial. She was in reserve seating right behind her son. And as we reported earlier this week, she collapsed shortly after opening statements and was heard saying, "I'm sorry," several times as other family members and court security helped her out of the room. Court documents, though, now reveal that during that incident she suffered a heart attack. However, authorities have released no information on her condition, Bill.
You know, the court has also released more evidence in the case. What have you seen and what have we learned now?
Yeah, prosecutors have been showing jurors photos of Emmanuel AME Church, the church where the shooting took place. Photos from both before and after the shooting. Some of the first evidence shows video. You see church members showing up for what they thought was going to be a routine Bible study. Another photo, it appears to show Dylann Roof seated with the Bible study participants, and then later photos show spent ammunition and bullet holes scattered throughout the room in a scene that one police investigator described as chaos. Now, we can't show some of the more graphic photos, but jurors are seeing images of victims lying on the floor and floors smeared with blood. Defense lawyer David Bruck has already told jurors he's expecting they will find Dylann Roof guilty of these crimes. His focus remains on sparing his client from a possible death sentence, but his efforts are complicated by the fact that once the guilt phase of the trial is over, the phase that we're in right now, Dylann Roof plans to dismiss his legal team and represent himself as his own attorney when this case goes into the penalty phase, most likely sometime after the Christmas holiday, Bill.
Jonathan, Sarah, thanks. We got to wait.
Okay, let me shut this mess down. All right, and let me go back over here because something came across my mind. Remember when all this went down after he had killed our elders in the church? His raggedy ass sister was about to get married, and she was upset that her marriage or her wedding was detained for a while, and she even had a nerve to put up a GoFund. Now, one thing that I know about the royal family that we have done for centuries is we are always worried about other people's plight. And now we supposed to feel sympathy. Now, you know, they cleverly left out that the lawyer wanted a mistrial based on his mother having a heart attack. Do you think if a black man would have went and did the same thing in a white church, that would have happened? No, not at all. They wouldn't have felt nothing at all. And in order for us in the royal family to survive, we're going to have to do the same thing. I'm having to learn it too. It ain't easy because we feel people's empathy because we know what it's like to be hurt, disrespected, all kind of negative stuff that happen to the royal family. I don't even have to mention it to y'all. Y'all very smart and everything. And I know a lot of us was upset with them people sitting up in there forgiving and all this kind of stuff like that. Them people don't care. He don't care. He don't care. And we have to have a don't care attitude too. We really do. We have to care for what makes sense. That's what we have to care for, not what don't make sense. Somebody can do the most god-awful thing to your family member and you forgive them. And really, when you think about it, we could say I forgive you, but when you really think about it, only the Most High can do the forgiving because man is flawed. They may do it again. So as they allow him, this is the arrogance that they have. They allow him to toy around in court. He can represent himself at the last phase of it because 1 minute he wants a lawyer and 1 minute he don't. They let him do that. And the last that I checked, I think there was close to 3 million, a little over 3 million for his defense fund. Were we supposed to feel sorry because his mama fell out in court? We're supposed to feel sorry. What about them other people's families that continue to feel the tyranny of getting shot up in the church, or the tyranny that we have to deal with in this dead ass system? So, my royal family, I would love to hear your comments as always. And if you disagree with me, disagree with me. Let's mix it up. It's part of the process. You talk greasy to me, I'll talk greasy to you. You know how it goes. You get real crazy with me, I will block your funky ass. Block and roll. So, last thing I wanted to say to the royal family too. Y'all know tonight, and I know y'all see it in your news feed, tonight is the King's throne. Come on, Kings. There's been a lot of drama going on. I want y'all to render your voices. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Even if it's just one king, I'll do that one video. I'll do that, entertain that one king, because he may have a lot to say. So, I look forward to talking to y'all tonight. And with that said, my royal family, Ashe.